Hello, I'm Victoire Girard. I'm based in Nova ASgM, where I work on economics of development and natural resources. And today I'm very happy to be in the NCID to present joint work with Edouard Pignède, where we look at what we call decentralized urbanization as a result of artisanal gold mining activities. What do we mean by that? I hope will be clear by the end of this video. This work follows from the observation that artisanal mining is a massive phenomenon in developing countries. It's estimated that it provides livelihood to 170 to 230 million people, considering miners and their families. If you add to this upward and backward linkages, you obtain an even bigger number. We know that this activity generates income, that's why people do it. But the question that we're interested in here is what are its consequences in terms of development in a broader sense, beyond bringing income to these families, which is something we've shown with prior work. And for that, we turn to the question of urbanization, because urbanization is linked to the broader notion of development, right? You have this idea that if you have structural transformation, a push away from the agricultural sector and a pull in from the industrial sector, that is the typical growth engine, this is going to create a concentration of people in cities, where you're going to have scale economies, economies of agglomeration, and many other good things going on in terms of development. So we are interested in this link between artisanal mining and urbanization. We exploit data that covers all Sub-Saharan Africa that has been recently released by the European Union and tells us what is the population in each place. Each place is actually quite small. We are looking at small squares actually that cover all of Africa, that are 11 by 11 kilometers. And we look at how much population there is, how much urban population, whether there's a city. And we do see that indeed being more exposed to artisanal mining leads to an increase in population, in the probability to have a city and things like that. Whether probability to be exposed to artisanal mining, we measure based on prior work with another set of courses, where we use the fact that you have geological suitability for gold. So some places, geologically speaking, because of what is the composition of their subsoil, are going to be suitable to bear gold. It doesn't mean that you're going to always have an artisanal mine there, but if you have to have an artisanal mine, it's going to be more likely to be there. And then we can see if the gold price increases, if urbanization in these places behaves differently than urbanization in other places that are not suitable for gold. And it seems to be the case. However, it seems this urbanization is a bit different. It's in smaller cities. It's cities that tend to be more remote. They are not very well connected to the national capital. They don't have very good road connections. And we also find that these cities tend to be poorer than other cities that are less exposed to artisanal mining and have less structural transformation. The employment structure is more geared towards the primary sector and less towards the industry. So all in all, we observe this link, yes, between artisanal mining exposure and urbanization, but it seems to be a different type of urbanization, where the link to the broader notion of economic and human development are perhaps less clear.